when you go to your workout, you do not count your reps. You just honestly do your reps until you are fatiguing so much that you cannot continue. Certainly, if this is with any weight that you're going to be under, you absolutely need a spot. I'm not talking about going to failure. That's a different thing. If you're doing shoulder shrugs and you get to the point where you get like halfway through and then they suddenly fall because you failed, I don't think failure reps are productive. They're dangerous. The body, you're not meant to suddenly throw a load onto your system that way. So what I'm talking about is what you are honestly at that moment believe is this is the last good, slow, methodical rep that I can do. Then you rack the weight. Now you can only do this every now and again because you will end up lying to yourself. You'll end up pretending that you are as fatigued as the last rep. So that's why you can only do it every now and again. But it is wildly productive for you. So mix this in maybe every third week or so. Let's say you do 3 sets of squats. And normally you do, I don't know, let's say 8 reps a set. Well, get under that bar, the weight you normally do, and start knocking them out, but do not count. Just go, and it doesn't matter how many you actually get. You don't need to, you're not looking for a new number. The numbers here are deleted for the workout. You're just going to go until that rep that you're just, and don't also confuse like a scrunched up face or a screwed face or whatever it is. It's what you're actually feeling in your muscle. Can't do this anymore. And of course, this is after a warm-up rep or set rather. So you're already warm. Don't just do this cold. And then you rack. And then you do that again. The same thing as far as you can to that final rep. You know you can't do one more, rack. And then do it again. So if you're just doing these 3 sets of squats, this is just an example. You do it again. So you're not counting. It doesn't matter. You don't want to know. Because this is about you and the weight. This is about you and the resistance. So you can do this with, you can do it running as well. So you're running stairs at the stadium or whatever. Do the same thing. No counting on that day. It's just you and the exercise, you and the weight, you and the resistance. And you'll find that after that day, you really feel it. That doesn't mean that you change the number of reps or the weight, but it also doesn't mean that you do moving forward, but it also doesn't mean that you don't. You'll discover that your body and working on, this is kind of like a parallel thing. I'll give you like a little view of along with this magnificent tip. And that is the body is not on like this perfect arc from worse shape or less strength or less tone to better shape, more strength, more tone. That's not natural. That's not how nature works. It's much more like it's going up and then, kind of like this, if you stick with it. So the body's going to have these breakdown, get worse periods. So don't panic when you have those weeks where you're weaker. You can't do as many reps, whatever it is. You can't do as big of a lift because that's just part of the process. So that's it. And let me know, come back and let me know how you did when you decided to do your workout without counting, just going to that final full rep that you can do under total control, methodically, nice. And you're paying, full attention to the lift. Let me not mislead here. You're not like doing that weird thing that's put your mind in the muscle. That's horseshit.